Kimimila Locke is a member of the Standing Rock community. She's joining us now from Denver in Colorado. Kimimila, thanks so much for joining us here on TRT.
Thank you for having me.
Before we talk about the protest itself, I do understand that your mother and brother are actually at the campsite. Just describe for us the mood, the atmosphere there as the temperature's dropping and what they're having to put up with.
So I actually just saw a Facebook post moments ago that the line to get into the camp is 2 miles long. It's the biggest the camp has ever been. I have no way of predicting how many. I know that when I was there a week and a half ago, it was like 10,000. So it's grown exponentially since then. So I have no idea of how many people are there.
So the demonstration, as far as you understand, is getting bigger. There are more protesters gathering, even as the temperature's dropping, and it's getting harder for them to demonstrate.
That's correct. That's correct. It's supposed to reach in the teens this weekend in the next couple of days, and like I said, people are still coming, still arriving.
Now, of course, Kimimila, many people will question this demonstration because they will, of course, know that these pipelines have to go somewhere. Now, aren't there alternatives to this demonstration? Couldn't the pipeline be routed elsewhere?
As far as I understand, that has been proposed. That is not a solution that people from Standing Rock are necessarily wanting. There's a plethora of other energy solutions that we would like to explore. Especially if you've seen any of the footage, you see the wind on the prairies is constant. So that is definitely a place that we've been proposing that we could tap into as a resource.
But Kimimila, wouldn't you say that there is a way, because this pipeline's built, we're just waiting for this section to be there, so there has to be a sort of a compromise done here, doesn't there, to make sure that this pipeline, because it will go through somewhere eventually, can go through, and your people can keep their land and keep it sacred?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
I'm just saying that the pipeline is constructed apart from this one section that's being demonstrated against by where your mother and brother are. So surely a compromise needs to be brought about between yourselves and the company who own the pipeline to make sure that this can go somewhere, but perhaps not through your land.
I honestly, I don't feel like I'm a spokesperson for Standing Rock. I'm a member of the community, and I know as a member of the community, the overwhelming response is that it's not absolutely necessary. Oil, the need for oil, we need to decrease it instead of increasing it. Like I said, we would really like to see that alternative resources be explored.
Absolutely, and as you say, there are alternative options there in terms of wind energy. Now, there has been some confrontation between the protesters there and the police, especially the use of water cannon. Now it's freezing there. How have your mother and brother and others that you've spoken to in the community been dealing with that kind of pressure from the authorities?
I was actually at camp that night that it happened. That was on November 20th. Ironically, when you're in camp, you don't really know what's happening elsewhere. We didn't realize the extent of the damage until the next morning, the Monday of the 21st, and we saw how many people were injured and how bad it had become. There have been numerous clashes over the months. My brother is only there for the weekend. He is still active duty military, so he, he's just there in support of family and the community. My mom has been there, on and off since the beginning. My sister has been there. I've been there. This is like week 16 or 17. I've made about 9 or 10 of those weekends. Just driving back and forth 700 miles one way, so 1,400 miles per weekend. Like I said, for us, it's very personal because if the pipeline breaks, it's in our homes in 5 minutes. It's very real. It's terrifying for us. It's reality.
Absolutely. Kimimila Locke, they're from the Standing Rock community. We thank you for joining us here on TRT World. Thank you.